Good morning, at least for one more minute here on a cool day at Flagler Field, where the Saints are trying to complete the series sweep of the USC Beaufort Sand Sharks. Mike Licio here with you today, flying solo. Sand Sharks come in 8-20 on the season, 1-10 in conference play, still searching for that first road win. They are 0-10. Saints, on the other hand, 9-5 at home, much like the Sand Sharks struggle on the road. 11-15 overall on the season, 6-5 in Peach Belt play. A win today would go a long way as they're coming up on the tough part of their schedule. They'll have North Georgia, Lander, and Columbus State all in the next 3 weeks. Let's get to the starting lineup for the Sand Sharks. Tamaya Whitlock will lead off and play left field. Batting second, Darren Miller in center field. J.C. Coleman bats third and right. Addie Reynolds, the designated player, cleans up. Mackenzie Freeman at first, batting fifth. Ashlyn Alty, the third baseman, bats sixth. Jasmine Ramirez at short, batting seventh. Chloe Turner bats eighth at second, and Harley Walker is the catcher. Jordan Sheets in the circle for the Saints. Get to her numbers in just a minute as Whitlock steps in. Fouls that one off, and we are underway at exactly noon. Whitlock 300 on the season, 3 for 10. No home runs, no RBI for the left-handed hitter. That is chopped foul. It's 0-2. Jordan Sheets in the circle, making her 10th start of the season. She's 6-4 with a 2.32 ERA. Pitched 7 innings, went the distance, giving up 1 run, striking out 8, and only walking 1 in the first game of this series way back on Friday. As much as it seems like I'm never at the day job, I actually had to be there, so sorry I missed out on Friday. As that is chopped up the middle, O'Connor dives for it, but it gets through, and it's a leadoff single for the Sand Sharks. That brings up Darren Miller, 310 on the season, no home runs, 8 RBI. Shows bunt, pulls back, the pitch is a ball. Tamaya Whitlock at first base. We'll get the Saints defensive alignment in just a moment. That is a grounder. Smith tries to field it. She's not able to, and right away, the Sand Sharks get 2 runners on to start. Brings up J.C. Coleman. .347 on the season, no home runs, 2 RBI for her. She shows bunt, it's foul. Maddie Childs behind the plate. Olivia Parker at first. Cassidy Crump is your second baseman. Abby O'Connor at short. Mackenzie Smith at third. Paige Maceda making her 141st consecutive start in left field. Jordan Moss in center, Trinity Fry in right, and Jordan Sheets is your pitcher. She deals, bunts again, and it's foul, and it's 0-2. They scored that an error on Smith. Whitlock at second, Miller at first. For Coleman, the second leading hitter on the team, and it's 1-2. It's a little cool today, 56 degrees right now, but the sun is out, and that's very important. 1-2 pitch. That's chopped to Crump. She waits on it. Not able to handle it, and in time, I think that's going to be scored an error as well. So, defensive miscues hurting the Saints early. No damage done yet, but Catherine Grant is going to go have a word with her infield. Catherine Grant in her 6th season as the Saints coach, 127-20 in that time. Cody Yeske in her 2nd season as the Sand Sharks coach, 29-48. This gives me an excuse to talk about the University of South Carolina, who I picked to win it all in the women's bracket. I am currently in the top 0.5% in America with my women's bracket. My men's bracket, Arizona was eliminated about 5 hours into the tournament, so that was pretty much the end of it for me. Let's talk softball. Addie Reynolds, 282, 2 home runs, 8 RBI in the season, comes up with the bases loaded and a chance to add to that total. She steals, and that's strike one. Whitlock at third, Miller at second. Coleman at first. That's lined the other way. That's a base hit. That'll score at least one. Turning and coming in is Miller, so it's a 2-run single for the Sand Sharks, and they lead 2-0. 2 RBIs on the single for Reynolds. Run scored for Whitlock. 1 run scored for Miller from second. Coleman gets to third. Brings up Mackenzie Freeman, 266, 3 home runs, 13 RBI. Playing first base today, takes a strike. So Reynolds now with 10 RBI on the season. That's third on the team. That's fouled off. It's I believe it's 0-2. Scoreboard says 1-1. Let's see what the umpire signals. Coleman at third, Reynolds at first. It is 1-1. Just off the corner, 2-1. Reynolds now 3 for 8 in the series. She had struggled coming in, just 2 for her last 17, but seems to have righted the ship as it's 2-2 to Freeman. Freeman, 266 on the season, but over her last 10 games is hitting 290. That one is outside. Reynolds moves to second. No throw from the catcher. It's second and third. Still no one out. Full count. Alti on deck. Back to the circle. Sheets checks the runner over to Parker in time, and there's one away. And that brings up Ashlyn Alti. She is the leading hitter for the Sand Sharks. 356 batting average, 3 home runs, tied with Freeman for the team lead. 24 RBI leads the team as well. That one just misses ball one. Coleman at third, Reynolds at second with one out. That's lined off of O'Connor's glove. And the run scores on an E6, the third Saints error of the inning. Coleman scores. It's 3-0. Two of those runs unearned for Sheets. In fact, Sheets has given up 4 runs in the series and only 1 has been earned. Jasmine Ramirez takes one right down St. George Street. 237, 2 home runs, 11 RBI. The shortstop today. Reynolds at second, Alty at first. Drops a bunt. Charging is Smith over to first in time. Ramirez is out 5-4 on the putout. The runners advance. Alty the second, Reynolds the third. Chloe Turner, 206, no home runs, 2 RBI on the season. As Sheets is trying to get out of this inning. Takes one at the letters, just high, ball 1. Dave Stewart is your home plate umpire. Anthony Amato at first, Jim Folsom at third. That's a pop-up. O'Connor back. She has it. And the side is retired. 3 runs on 2 hits, 3 errors, 2 left on. Through a half, Sand Sharks lead 3-0. Let's get to the Saints starting lineup. Paige Maceda leads off in left field. Abby O'Connor bats second at shortstop. Cassidy Crump is batting third at second base. Cleaning up is Maddie Childs, the catcher. Olivia Parker bats fifth at first. Mackenzie Smith is at third, batting sixth. Ari Bosch bats seventh. She is the designated player today. Jordan Moss in center, bats eighth. Trinity Fry bats ninth in right field. Emily Williams in the circle for the Sand Sharks. She's 0-7 with a 5.88 ERA, making her 12th start. She struck out 30 in 50 innings. But she comes into the circle with a 3-0 lead. Paige Maceda, 307, 2 home runs, 9 RBI. Hitting .357 over her last 4 games. Has a 12-game on-base streak and takes a strike there. As I mentioned earlier, Paige has played in all 141 games that the Saints have played in their college career. And she's quickly down 0-2. Got squeezed there. Maybe too far inside. That's ripped foul. Sand Sharks in their first season in the Peach Belt Conference. Beaufort, South Carolina. Just a couple exits in on off 95. Sand Sharks actually play their home games in Hardyville. It's 2-2 to Paige Maceda. Changes speeds on her, and down swinging goes Maceda. One away. That brings up Abby O'Connor. 288 on the season, no home runs, 2 RBIs for the left-handed hitting shortstop. Tamaya Whitlock takes a couple steps in from left field, but not anything like Georgia College was playing her, as that is a ball. Harley Walker's behind the plate. Mackenzie Freeman at first. Chloe Turner at second. Jasmine Ramirez at short. Ashlyn Alty at third. Williams in the circle. Deals. It's outside. 2-0. Tamaya Whitlock in center. Tamaya Whitlock in left. Darren Miller in center. J.C. Coleman in right. Wind blowing in today. That's chopped to short. Ramirez up with it. Over to first. And we'll see then if they score that a hit or not. It was close. At any rate, O'Connor's on first. And it is scored a hit. For O'Connor, who now has hits in 2 consecutive games. Crump, 333, 2 home runs, 18 RBI. Takes a ball there. O'Connor, the runner at first. That's popped up over second base. Coming all the way in and trying to make the play was Coleman, but she couldn't squeeze it. Diving effort there. Looked like Turner kind of lost it in the noon sun, but it was a foul ball. One ball, one strike, one out, one on. As that's popped up, foul. Williams ready. Fly ball, left field, to the track. Coming over and fielding in the gap. O'Connor tags for second and gets in under the tag. So a sac fly. Nice effort by Miller to get over in left center and run that one down. O'Connor moves to second. Maddie Childs. 1 home run, 13 RBI, hitting .282 on the season. Childs hitting .357 over her last 5 games. Allison Owen is the pitching coach for the Sand Sharks. She's out there having a word with her team. Catherine Grant is assisted by Kaylee Allen. This is Kaylee Allen's 5th year. Shout out to Amber Melton, who's the Saints trainer. So Child steps in. O'Connor at second. Emily Williams in the circle. That one a little too far inside. It's a ball. That is a base hit into the gap. O'Connor rounds third. She comes in to score. And Maddie Childs has her 14th RBI of the season as the Saints get one back. It's 3-1. Run scored number 9 for O'Connor. Brings up Olivia Parker. 214 on the season. 1 home run, 11 RBI. But we've reached the halfway point in the season, and Parker was a second half player this year, and I have no doubt she'll be this year as that one skips in for a ball. In fact, Parker has hits in 2 consecutive games. By the way, a 3-game hitting streak for Maddie Childs. That's grounded to third, fielded by Alti. Over the first in time. And the side is retired, but the Saints get one back. Sand Sharks lead 3-1. We go to the second. Top of the second, and Catherine Grant has gone to her bullpen. She's going to the righty from Navarre, Florida, Rachel Hester. Rachel making her 12th appearance, her 5th out of the bullpen. She is 4-4 with a 2.90 ERA. She struck out 30 in 50 2/3. So Sheets leaves after 1 inning pitched. 3 runs on 2 hits. Only one of those runs was earned. No walks, no strikeouts. Obviously, at this point, Sheets is the pitcher of record. She'll face Harley Walker, Tamaya Whitlock, and Darren Miller this inning. 9-1-2. Walker takes a ball. Walker hitting just 140, no home runs, 3 RBI. That's popped up. 1-1. A lot going on at the sports complex today. That one on the corner, framed nicely by Childs. And it's 1-2. Saints baseball. It's 2-2. Playing Young Harris over at Drysdale Field now. Fouled off. Outside, the count is full. On deck, we go back to the top of the order with Tamaya Whitlock. This will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat. That's a fly ball in center field. Moss had to come a long way as she was shading towards right. And that's going to be a double for Walker. And a leadoff hit for the second straight inning for the Sand Sharks.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 6, Tamaya Whitlock.
Walker hitting .333 over her last 4 games. That double. As Whitlock comes up, she's from Summerville, South Carolina, went to Ashley Ridge High School. That's popped up. It's foul. Walker to runner at second. Bunt dropped by Whitlock. Hester over the crump in time. Whitlock is out 1-4 on the sacrifice.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 4, Darren Miller.
Walker goes to second. Correction, Walker goes to third. She was already on second. As Darren Miller comes up for the second time from down the road in Oviedo. Went to Haggerty High School, where she played for the Huskies. Won a state championship there. I was looking at my notes, and I didn't write that down. I actually wrote that down because one of her teammates plays at Rollins, and on my notes for Rollins on Tuesday, I have notes that Haggerty won the state championship back in 2018. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. That's popped up. Maceda's got to come a long way, but she does. Oh, that was close. Don't test the arm of Maceda, especially at point-blank range. She almost didn't get her foot back down in time. So there's 2 out for J.C. Coleman from Clio, Georgia, Effingham County High School. Takes one for a ball from Rachel Hester. That's popped up in foul territory. Maceda makes a run at it, but it lands safely. It's 1-1. Harley Walker led the inning off with a double. She's at third. Coleman reached on an error her first time up. She had an 8-game hitting streak snapped on Friday as she swings and misses at that one. She's hitting .441 over her last 10 games, though. That one outside and high. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out here in the second. It's a 2-run lead for the Sand Sharks. 2 hits for the Saints. Chases one upstairs. It's tailing towards Maceda. She runs it down, and the side is retired. So Walker led off with a double. She's stranded at third. 1.5 innings complete. Sand Sharks lead 3-1. Bottom of the second here at Flagler Field. 6, 7, 8 this inning. Mackenzie Smith, Ari Bosch, Jordan Moss. Emily Williams, the right-hander from Seneca, South Carolina, went to Seneca High School. She continues in the circle. Mackenzie Smith takes the ball, 247. 4 home runs leads the team, 11 RBI. That's good for third on the team. Trying to break out of a little slump. Just inside. 2-0. So Mack ahead in the count. Williams deals. Fly ball, left field. To the track. Wall. Fair ball. So Mackenzie Smith breaks out of an 0 for 14 slump with her 5th home run of the year. It's 3-2. Wasn't sure that was going to stay fair. It's not where it lands, it's where it crosses, and it crossed the left field fence in fair territory. So Smith with her 5th home run of the year, and it's 3-2.
Number 14, Ari Bosch.
Ari Bosch, the designated player today. 355 on the season. Takes a strike there. Only her 12th game of the season. She was out with an injury for 15 games earlier. Missed just under a month. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. A 1-run game. Thanks to the Mackenzie Smith home run. Two and 1. Bosch was 2 for 4 on Friday with 2 runs scored against the Sand Sharks. Ahead in the count here, 3-1. Jordan Moss on deck. Saints have been hot and cold. At one point, they had lost 15 of 18 games. Then they rolled off a streak of winning 4 of 5. Then they lost 3 in a row, and they've won 2 in a row. As the count is full to Ari Bosch. Inside, it misses. It's a 6-pitch walk for Bosch. Allison Owen back out to the circle. So the Sand Sharks, first year in the Peach Belt Conference. By far the closest Peach Belt opponent to the Saints. They're about 3 hours away. Straight up 95. Georgia Southwestern and Columbus State are both about 4.5 hours. Augusta and Aiken are both about 5. Might be a basketball road trip Michael and I take when they debut basketball next season. Jordan Moss, 182 on the season, 1 home run, 7 RBI. That's ripped to third. Over to second. Late getting over was Turner. So that's a fielder's choice for Moss. There was time to make the play, but Turner had to come a long way. She was playing out on the edge of the clay. Trinity Fry hitting .300 over her last 4 games. 283, 3 home runs, 14 RBI on the season. Fry continues her breakout season. That's grounded to third. Double clutch. Nice stretch by Freeman. And Fry is out, but she does her job and moves the runners over. So 5-3, she's out. Moss to second, Bosch to third. Back to the top of the order. Paige Maceda from Land O'Lakes, Florida. Sun Lake High School. Struck out her first time up. Takes the ball here. Maceda had the school record in doubles last year. 15. She tied that record. She fouls that one off. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. A 1-run lead for the Sand Sharks. Saints have scored 1 run in this inning. It was a Mackenzie Smith home run. Maceda was in the top 10 in the Peach Belt in doubles, triples, and sacrifice flies. In fact, she was 79th in the country in that category, which doesn't sound like a lot, but there's about 275 Division II teams, and you figure they all have about 12 or 13, if not more, players. 1-2 pitch, fly ball, left field. Whitlock going back. She has it. Coming in the score will be Bosch. It's a sac fly, just like we were talking about for Paige Maceda, making the announcer sound like he knows what he's doing. And the game is tied.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 2, Abby O'Connor.
For Bosch, her 7th run scored. RBI number 10 for Maceda. Abby O'Connor from Oxford, Pennsylvania. Went to Oxford Area High School. Transferred here from the College of Central Florida. Looks like Emily Williams had a bad egg, so she wants a good ball. So she got one. O'Connor fouls that one off. Moss, the runner at second. Pitches a ball. That one catches the corner, 1-2. O'Connor hitting .385 over her last 6 games. That one low. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runner on second for number 2, Abby O'Connor. The Saints have scored 2 in this inning. 3 runs, 3 hits. No errors for the Sand Sharks. 3 runs, 3 hits, 3 errors for the Saints. O'Connor spoils that one, as she's known to do. Saw 47 pitches in a doubleheader against Georgia College earlier this year. Couldn't get to that one, though. And the side is retired. But the Saints get 2 runs across on 1 hit.
Score is tied 3-3.
Leave one on. We go to the third, tied at 3.
At this time, with
Top of the third, Addie Reynolds, Mackenzie Freeman. Ashlyn Alty due up this inning as Rachel Hester goes back to work. Hester is in the Navarre Sports Hall of Fame,
the designated player, number 7,
as she hails from Navarre, Florida, and went to Navarre High School. Addie Reynolds from Rincon, Georgia. I used to have family in Rincon, Georgia. Played a course called Lost Plantation there. As that's on the inside corner for a strike. Only course I ever got angry enough to break a club in 25 years of playing golf. And that was about 20 years ago. And then I took my son there. We were up there in Savannah for a competition. And I took my son to play the course. Missed the green right on one. Not much, but missed it just enough. Triple bogey. Missed the green right on 2. Triple bogey. Missed the green long on 3. Triple bogey. In the third hole, I turned to my son and I said, now I remember why this course made me so angry. But I righted the ship from there. Put up a decent score for me anyway. And I'm sure you all cared about that. Reynolds had a 2-run double her first time up. Like I said, she entered this series kind of in a little bit of a slump, but she's broken out of it 3 for 8 in the series as it's 2-2. That's a sky-high pop-up. Crump shields the sun from her eyes and fields it. And there's one away.
now batting, the first baseman, number 15, Mackenzie Freeman.
Mackenzie Freeman from Abbeville, South Carolina, went to Dixie High School. Grounded back to Jordan Sheets her first time up. Swings and misses at that one. That one skips in. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. We're in the third. 3 runs, 3 hits in the third for the Sand Sharks. 3 runs, 3 hits, 3 errors for the Saints. 2-1. Grounded to Smith. Over to first, 2 away. That's why they call it the hot corner. That was on her in a hurry.
Now batting the third baseman, number 12, Ashlyn Alty.
Ashlyn Alty from Greenville, South Carolina. Went to J.L. Mann High School. Takes the ball there. That's fouled off. It's 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Alty reached on an error. It's 1-2. Her first time up. She enters today with a 9-game hitting streak during which she's hitting .400. She's reached base in now 14 consecutive games. And that is a base hit, now a 10-game hitting streak as she singles to right field. And with 2 out, the Sand Sharks have a runner aboard.
Now batting the shortstop, number 20, Jasmine Ramirez.
Jasmine Ramirez grounded to third her first time up. She is from Nampa, Idaho. Went to Ridgeview High School. Swings and misses at that one. Currently 39 degrees in Nampa, Idaho. Not much warmer here. It's about 57 right now. 1 ball, 1 strike. Alty, your runner at first. Cut on and missed, 1-2. Hester deals on the corner, doesn't get the call. 2-2. Just off the corner. Good eye by Ramirez. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. That one a little too far outside. The count is full. Chloe Turner on deck. Cut on and missed, and the side is retired. First strikeout for Hester. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the third, tied at 3. Emily Williams continues in the circle. She's a public health major. She'll face
Now batting.
Crump, Childs, and Parker. 2-3-4 this inning. Crump comes up for the second time today. Sack fly her first time up. From Coral Springs, Florida, went to Coral Springs Charter School. Transferred here from Indian River State by way of FIU. Fouled out of play. Two and one to Crump. Williams has the one she wants. Six solid innings against the Saints on Friday. And that is a base hit up the middle for Cassidy Crump. And the Saints have a leadoff runner aboard. The pride of Spruce Creek High School.
The catcher, number 4, Madeline Childs.
Maddie Childs calls Port Orange home. Maddie transferred here from Pensacola State. Hitting .400 over her last 6 games. Takes a ball there. Crump the runner at first. That's in for a strike. Crump steals second base. Throw is backed up by the center fielder Miller. For Crump, her 7th stolen base of the season. That's grounded to third, knocked down by Alti over to first in time. Crump moves to third. So 5-3 on the putout. And the go-ahead run 60 feet away.
Now batting. The first baseman, number 10, Olivia Parker.
Olivia Parker from Perry, Georgia. First Day Presbyterian School. Grounded to third, her first time up. Up and in for a ball. That's ripped to third. In time, nice play by Alti to try and swipe tag Crump, but made sure she got the runner at first. So that holds the runner there. And there's 2 away for Mackenzie Smith. Mack hit her 5th home run of the season, her first time up. And it looks like Cody Yeski's going to go to the bullpen here. So Williams 2 2/3 innings. Three runs on 4 hits, but she is responsible for the runner at third. Struck out 2. No walks. 1 home run allowed to Mackenzie Smith. The pitcher is going to be number 21, Caitlin Toole, 4-4 with a 9.76 ERA. Caitlin making her 12th appearance out of the bullpen, her 14th overall. She struck out 10 in 22 1/3. Toole from Chapin High School in Chapin, South Carolina, the 5'9" senior. Gave up 1 in 1 1/3, striking out 1 on Friday. So Smith steps in from Tarpon Springs, Florida. Went to Tarpon Springs Senior High School. The former Sponger takes a ball. Fly ball. Center field in the gap. Coming all the way over is Miller. And the side is retired. So that closes out Williams' day. No runs on 1 hit, 1 left on. We go to the top of the 4th, tied at 3. Rachel Hester begins her 3rd inning of work here in the top of the 4th. Mike Licio here with you on a beautiful day at Flagler Field. We're tied at 3. Chloe Turner, Harley Walker, Tamaya Whitlock due up this inning. Turner from Effingham, Georgia, South Effingham High School, sends that to the track. Moss has it, 1 away. Harley Walker doubled her first time up. Hitting .333 over her last 4 games. Transferred from Johnson County Community College. She calls Spring Hill, Kansas home. Shallow center field. O'Connor up with it. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 6, Tamaya Whitlock.
Harley Walker went to Home Life Academy. Tamaya Whitlock up for the 3rd time today. Singled, sacrificed her 2nd time up. found her way into the lineup. Over the first 16 games, she played just 4, but she's played, just 5 games. She started the last 4. 1 ball, 1 strike to her. She is a communication studies major. Shows bunt, pulls back, pitches the ball. 2-1. Smith and Parker play in. Slaps that foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Saints took the first 2 of this series on Friday. Trying to get to 7-5 in Peach Belt play. Outside, count is full. Sand Sharks looking for their second Peach Belt win of the season. They're currently 1-10, looking for their first road win. And that is a 6-pitch walk for Whitlock.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 4, Darren Miller.
Darren Miller reached on an error in the first and scored. Flew out to left her second time up. Elementary education major. Fouls that one off. Miller hitting .357 over her last 6 games. No balls, 1 strike, 2 out. A game tied at 3 in the 4th. That's a ball and a strike. Whitlock, the runner at first. That's fouled off. Whitlock, 1 stolen base, 1 caught stealing. That's upstairs, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Here in the top of the 4th. That's fouled the other way. Popped up. Maceda coming in from left field. She has it, and the side is retired. We're halfway home, tied at 3. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Ari Bosch, Jordan Moss, Trinity Fry, 7, 8, and 9 come up this inning.
Now batting, the designated player, number 14, Ari Bosch.
Caitlin Toole, back to work. A hospitality management major. In the circle. Fly ball. Lands foul. Bosch from Winter Garden, Florida. Went to Windermere High School. One ball, one strike. That one too far inside. 2-1. The umpire has been pretty consistent on those inside pitches. Personally, I'm a fan of pitching on the inner half of the plate. It's 3-1. On deck, Jordan Moss. Saints in all black today. Probably a good idea considering how cold it is, as that's fouled off and the count is full. My son's not going to believe this, but I do like the powder blue Sand Shark uniform. He knows me as a notorious powder blue hater. Down and in. It's a 6-pitch walk for Bosch, her second of the day. Brings up Jordan Moss, who reached on a fielder's choice her first time up.
Fielder, number 5, Jordan Moss.
Moss from Macon, Georgia, went to Windsor Academy, transferred here from Radford. 3-time All-State outfielder, fouls it off. Bosch, the runner at first. That one low. Bosch in the second. And she's safe with a stolen base. Her first stolen base of the season. And there's a runner in scoring position for Jordan Moss. Inside, 2-1. Two-one pitch. That one misses. It's 3-1. Trinity Fry up next. For Ari Bosch, that was her first college stolen base. 3-1 pitch. Ripped foul. And the count is full for the second straight batter. The third of 8 straight home games for the Saints. Well, All day that's been a ball, but this time it's a strike. And down looking goes Moss for the first out. Allison Owen out there to talk to the infield, set the defense perhaps. First strikeout today for Toole. So that brings up Trinity Fry from Beloit, Wisconsin. Went to Beloit Turner High School. Transferred here from Rock Valley College in Illinois. Just over the Wisconsin-Illinois line. Fry grounded to third her first time up. That's a grounder to short. Bosch gets to third, but there's two away.
Now batting. The left fielder, number 13, Paige Macedo.
Paige Macedo, 0 for 2 today. As that's in for a ball. Jocelyn, I'm sorry I couldn't make it Friday. I know you missed me. That's why you're firmly entrenched at the number 1 spot in the Macedo Child rankings. It's 2-0 to Paige, who sacrificed in a run her last time up. Paige might be gunning for your spot, though, because I talked about her leading and being among the nation's leaders in sacrifice flies, and then she hit a sacrifice fly. Toole allows the leadoff walk, but pitches her way out of it. We go to the 5th, still tied at 3.
We'd like to thank our corporate sponsors.
Top of the 5th. J.C. Coleman, Addie Reynolds, Mackenzie Freeman due up. 3-4-5 against Rachel Hester. Rachel has pitched 3 scoreless innings of relief.
Number 13, J.C. Coleman.
Coleman coming up for the 3rd time. Reached on an error, flew out to left. Public health major. Hitting .429 over her last 11 games. Fouls that off, 1-1. Fly ball center field. Moss has it. One away. Addie Reynolds, 1 for 2 with a 2-run single in the first, the designated player today. An elementary education major. Takes the ball there. One and one. I was by no means ragging on Lost Plantation, by the way. I absolutely love the course. But those first 3 holes are murder. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. That skipped in for ball 2. Can't get the call there. It's 3 and 1. Childs tried to frame it. On deck, Mackenzie Freeman. It's grounded to Smith at third. Over to Parker. 2 away. Mackenzie Freeman.
Now batting, the first baseman,
A double major. History and English. 0 for 2 today. That's ripped down the left field line. That's going to get down for a base hit. So a 2-out single for Mackenzie Freeman.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 12, Ashlyn Alty.
Hitting .350 now over her last 11 games as Alty comes up. Alty's 1 for 2. Takes a strike there. Reached on an error. Reached on an error and singled in the third. Psychology major who extended her 10-game hitting streak and her 14-game on-base streak. But quickly down 0-2. Freeman, the runner at first. Fly ball, right field. Fry going back. She has it. And the side is retired. So a runner left aboard on 1 hit. 5 innings complete. We're tied at, 4.5 complete. We're tied at 3. Abby O'Connor, Cassidy Crump, Maddie Childs due up this inning. Caitlin Toole, continues her third inning of work. She struck out one, walked one, no runs, no hits so far for the right-hander, as that's fouled off. Tried to frame that one. It's outside, 2-1. Fouled off, 2-2. Oxford, Pennsylvania, the hometown of Abby O'Connor, outside of Philadelphia, currently 34 degrees. As that's ripped foul. O'Connor continuing to work counts. 2 balls, 2 strikes to number 2. Who's 1 for 2, singled and scored in the first. Slaps that one foul again. This will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat. I've said it before, but Abby reminds me of Garland Evans in her ability to foul off pitches. And she gets one she likes there, and it's a base hit to left field. And O'Connor is 2 for 3. If she develops Garland's command of the strike zone, she'll be a dangerous hitter, as you just saw there with the single to lead off the inning.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 33, Cassidy Crump.
Cassidy Crump comes up. Sac fly in the first, single and a stolen base in the third. She's 1 for 2. Gets the call on the inside. Home plate umpire seems to be warming up to that location. It's 0-1. That's back up the middle. Diving attempt by Ramirez. Great effort, but it gets by her. And back-to-back singles to start the 5th for the Saints. And that brings up Maddie Childs, who led Pensacola State in home runs her sophomore year.
Now batting, the catcher, number 4, Madeline Childs.
The next in a line of great catchers from Volusia County. Her predecessor, Kylie Taylor from DeLand High School. Maddie from the other side of the county in Port Orange. That's a ball. Maddie was an all-state player at Spruce Creek, all Daytona Beach News Journal, was on the Peach Bell All-Tournament team and the Peach Bell Honor Roll last season. O'Connor at second, Crump at first. The 1-1 to Childs. Off the end of the bat, rolls back to Toole, over to first. And there's one away. Runners move up, though. So it's now second and third with 1 out for Olivia Parker. Olivia has grounded into Alti twice today.
Olivia Parker.
Parker drops a bunt. The run comes home. So she reaches on a fielder's choice, gets an RBI. And the Saints lead 4-3 as O'Connor was coming home. She was just giving herself up. But O'Connor scores for the second time today. And the Saints lead 4-3. So Jordan Sheets is off the hook. Rachel Hester now the pitcher of record. Last time Mackenzie Smith came up, the Sand Sharks changed pitchers. They're not going to do that here. She's 1 for 2. Wrapped one around the foul pole for a home run, her first time up. Flew out to center her second time up. That one a little low inside. Ball 1. That's rip foul, 1-1. One ball, one strike, one out. 1 run in this inning. It gives the Saints a 1-run lead. Cut on and missed. One and 2. Caitlin Toole deals. Skips that one in. Nice block by Walker at the plate. 2 and 2. Crump at third, Parker at first with 1 out. Smith locked in at the plate. Cut on and missed. Parker takes second, but there's 2 away. Strikeout number 2 for Toole.
Now batting, the designated player, number 14, Ari Bosch.
Ari Bosch has walked twice today. Comes up with 2 out and runners in scoring position. Fly ball. It's going to drop in. Big turn at the plate. Play at the plate. Not in time. Parker scores. Some heads up running. It's a 2-run single for Ari Bosch. And it's 6-3. Bosch advances to second on the throw. For Crump, her 12th run scored of the year. For Parker, her 9th. And it looks like for the second time today, Cody Yeski's going to the bullpen. This time to Sierra Kinlaw. Kinlaw is a right-hander who, the ace of this staff, 3-5 with a 3.30 ERA, making her 10th appearance out of the bullpen, her 17th overall. She struck out 44 in 63 2/3.
Number 99, Sierra Kinlaw.
So they go to the southpaw here. Kinlaw went to Pinewood Christian Academy. Comes from Claxton, Georgia. Transferred to Beaufort from East Georgia State University. She's a sophomore.
Number 5, Jordan Moss.
Left-hander wearing 99, much like Mitch Williams back in the day. I don't know if anyone's old enough to remember Mitch Williams. Former Philadelphia Philly, was on their World Series team. As that one is in for a strike. No balls, 1 strike, 2 out. 3 runs across. 4 base runners here in the 5th. It's a 6-3 game, 7 hits for the Saints. Moss pops that up. Calling for it in fair territory, making the grab is Alty. But not before the Saints get 3 runs
We'd like to thank our corporate sponsors.
on 3 hits. They leave 2. 5 innings complete, 6-3 Saints. Rachel Hester has been great out of the bullpen today. 4 zeros on the board since she entered the game. She'll face Ramirez, Turner, and Walker to 7, 8, and 9 this inning.
Number 20, Jasmine Ramirez.
Jasmine Ramirez, a psychology major. 0 for her last 9. 0 for 2 today. She comes up for the 3rd time and takes a ball to start the 6th. Mike Licio along with you on a cool day here in St. Augustine, Florida. We might touch 60 today. Grandma Gattuso, my mom's mom, used to say March comes in like a lamb and leaves like a lion, or vice versa. And it came in like a lamb. We were coming off a string of about 10 or 12 80-degree days in a row. And then it turned cold and rainy. These things have a way of evening out with the rain and the cold. I had an entire season of perfect weather last year. No complaints from me, though. She went around. It's 2-2. I've got the best seat in the house. And I'm sheltered. I've got a tent out here. You can hear the wind sometimes, but it's not too bad. Crossed her up again. And down swinging for the second time today is Ramirez. Rachel has struck her out twice.
Second baseman, number 33, Chloe Turner.
Chloe Turner 0 for 2. She's 0 for her last 11. She's a biology major. That one is a ball. One thing about Rachel Hester, she's very steady in the circle. Comes right back with a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Fly ball, center field. Moss going back to the track, to the wall, and it's a home run. Chloe Turner makes it 6-4. With her first home run of the season. In fact, as a freshman, that means that's her first collegiate home run. Congratulations, Chloe, on that. As the Sand Sharks get one back. I almost said Sand Crabs, which is Seabreeze High School down in Ormond Beach, about 45 minutes south of here. They're the Sand Crabs.
Now batting, the catcher, number 3, Harley Walker.
So Harley Walker comes up. She's 1 for 2 with a double. After the Turner home run, shows bunt, pulls back, pitches the ball. Two and 0. And Catherine Grant's going to come have a quick word with Rachel Hester. Two and 0 to Harley Walker. Rachel Hester in the circle, back to work. Fouls that off, 2 and 1. That's popped up. Those of you who listen to me from the home side know how I feel about those pop-ups. That's a roller to Parker. Nice snag. Steps on the bag. 2 away. Unintentionally poetic there.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 6, Tamayo Whitlock.
Tamaya Whitlock comes up for the 3rd time today. She's reached base twice. The one time she didn't, she gave herself up. As that's popped up. Running hard, but not going to get there is Smith. It hits the screen first. In wiffle ball, we would count that as an out. That's popped up. It's going to drop in. Nice bunt. And an infield single, and the 3rd time today, Whitlock is on board. So the potential tying run comes to the plate in the way of Darren Miller. Reached on an error and scored in the 1st. Flew out to Paige Maceda her other 2 times. That's ripped down the right field line. What a leap by Trinity Fry. And the inning is over. That ball was hit on the screws. But a great play by Trinity Fry gets the Saints out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Sand Sharks get one back. But they've stranded 6 today. They trail 6-4. Bottom of the 6th, Trinity Fry. We say it all the time. You make a great defensive play to end an inning, you lead off the next inning, and that's what happens here with Trinity Fry. She fouls that off. Fry grounded to third, her first time up. Short, her second time up. Caitlin Toole was relieved by Sierra Kinlaw. Sierra got Moss to pop out to end the 5th. She continues in the circle. The southpaw. That's back up the middle. That's off the glove of Ramirez. Big turn by Fry. At first, she gets back. World's worst scorer, but I got that one right. It's a hit for Fry.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 13, Paige Maceda.
Fry hitting .308 over her last 5 games. Maceda comes up, takes a strike. 0 for 3 today for Paige Maceda. Trying to extend a 12-game on-base streak. Drops a bunt here. The lefty has to turn and wheel. But a nice job locating the bag and a nice throw by the pitcher. And that is the second sacrifice today for Maceda. She's at 1-4 on the putout as Fry moves to second. We have a lefty on lefty matchup here as O'Connor steps in 2 for 3 and fouls that off. O'Connor was an academic All-American at the College of Central Florida. Played softball and basketball in high school. Chops that foul. It's 0-2. We all know that I'm a big fan of the multi-sport athlete. That's chopped up the middle. It backs up on Ramirez. She can't get it. Play at the plate, not in time. Fry scores. O'Connor gets a second on the throw. And she is 3 for 4 with an RBI single. Her third RBI of the year. You don't get a lot of RBIs in the second spot, so nice job there. Fry scores. For Trin, it's her 11th run of the season, and it's 7-4. Crump is 2 for 3 with a sac fly. Takes the ball. Thank you. That's a base hit up the middle for Crump, maybe. It is. I got a little ahead of the call there. O'Connor to third, and Crump now 3 for 4. Harley Walker out to the circle to settle her pitcher down as Maddie Childs comes up. Maddie 1 for 3 with an RBI single in the first. Saints spotted the Sand Sharks 3 with 3 errors in the first. So Kinlaw is ready in the circle as Childs steps to the plate. Fouled off. O'Connor at third. Crump at first. It's 0-1. Cut on and missed. Crump has her second stolen base of the game. And her second and third with 1 out. So after a ball found its way over the fence into the field of play, they took it out. It's 0-2. That one upstairs, 1-2. Fly ball, fouled out of play. Second and third. Saints got one back, got the home run back with an RBI single. It's 2-2. The Chloe Turner home run in the top of the inning. The O'Connor RBI single to cancel it out. Popped up. Off the screen. We'll do it again. This will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat. That's fly ball down the right side. Out of my sight, but foul. So this will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. We'll do it again. Kinlaw versus Childs, the ninth time. A fly ball coming in right field. Sliding catch. But a sac fly for Childs. As O'Connor tags and scores. Second RBI for Childs. It's 8-4.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 10, Olivia Parker.
And brings up Olivia Parker, who drove in a run her last time up. That's grounded foul down the third baseline. As I always say, I get paid by the pitch, so 9 pitches at bats. Those are in my favor. No balls, 1 strike, 2 out. Fouled off. Parker searching for her first hit today. She reached on a fielder's choice her last time up. Was trying to sacrifice herself. But scored Crump instead. 1-2. Crump at third. It's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. 2 runs across this inning. The second RBI for Maddie Childs. And number 2, Abby O'Connor, had the first. Kinlaw ready. Drops one nicely. Down swinging goes Parker. But not before the Saints add 2 more. One last chance for the Sand Sharks. We go to the top of the 7th. Saints lead 8-4. Top of the 7th. Sand Sharks will send 3, 4, and 5 up this inning. J.C. Coleman, Allie Reynolds, Mackenzie Freeman. As Rachel Hester tries to close the door, she's allowed 1 run in 5 innings of relief. She struck out 2, walked 1. Her lone blemish, a Chloe Turner home run. Coleman comes up, reached on an error and scored in the first. Flew out to left in the second, flew out to center in the 5th. Hester's first offering off the plate, ball 1. Rachel trying to get her 5th win of the season. It's 1-1. Rachel closing in on the top 10 in wins in school history. She has 15 in her career. She needs 19 to enter the top 10. It's 2-1. She's already 6th in saves in school history. Fly ball center field, right at Moss. She has it, one away. Allie Reynolds comes up, 1 for 3 with a 2-run single in the first.
Number 7, Addie Reynolds.
Addie has 10 RBI on the season, 2 home runs. Hester starts her off with a strike. I know the people at home don't want to hear this, but if this was a doubleheader, I'd have to go get my gloves. It's kind of chilly out here. Popped up, foul out of play. Took me 6 years to learn to have a pair of gloves on me. Just getting too old to be cold. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And that's slapped the other way, just out of the reach of Crump. You can't get that 4th run to tie it until you get that first runner on base. Reynolds does her job with a single to right field. Brings up Freeman.
The first baseman.
Grounded to the pitcher. Grounded to third. Her first 2 times up. Singled and was stranded in the 5th. First offering from Hester outside, ball 1. Reynolds, the runner at first. Has not attempted a stolen base this year. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Fouled off. Strike 2. Catherine Grant having a quick word with Rachel Hester. Sand Sharks trying to rally here. Trailing 8-4, trying to avoid the sweep. Trying to avoid an 11th straight road loss to start the season.
And who are they playing?
As Freeman steps back in, let's reset for you. Mackenzie Freeman is at the plate. The count is 1-2. Addie Reynolds at first base. I might have called her Allie at one point, and I apologize for that. Confusing her with the former Yankee pitcher. I don't even think my father was born when Allie Reynolds pitched for the Yankees. Count is full. Alti on deck. Fly ball, left field, to the track, to the wall, and it is gone. Don't look now, but the Sand Sharks cut the lead in half. It's 8-6 for Freeman, her 4th home run of the year. That leads the team. RBIs, 14 and 15. Still some work to do for the Sand Sharks, but they got 2 across here in the top of the 7th. Alti comes up 1 for 3. Fouls that one off. That's grounded to short. O'Connor waits on it. Strong throw over to first in time. And the Sand Sharks are down to their last out. Freeman hitting .314 over her last 11 games after that home run. We're going to have a pinch hitter here for Ramirez. See who it is. That is number 2, Amber Locasto from Mooresville, North Carolina, Lake Norman High School. Hitting .140 on the season with 4 RBI. Takes one on the corner for a ball. Amber's a biology major. Comes in 0 for her last 14. Fouls it off. 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch from Navarre's own Rachel Hester. Navarre located in the Florida Panhandle, over in the Central Time Zone. So Rachel's family watching her pitch in the future, as that is a base hit in the gap. Locasto thinking 2 all the way. In the second with a slide and a double. Snaps an 0 for 14 slump. And just like that, Chloe Turner, who homered in her last at bat, is the tying run at the plate. Got a little drama here at Flagler Field. And Maddie Wise is going to come in and try to lock this one down. So Hester leaves after 5 2/3 innings pitched. Gave up 5 runs to this point, but she's responsible for the 1 at second. Struck out 2, walked 1.
Attention, please. Now pitching for the Flagler Saints, number 16.
So now the right-hander from the Palmetto State, Maddie Wise, comes in. Maddie, 1-4 with a .397 ERA, making her 6th appearance out of the bullpen. 26 strikeouts in 37 innings. Maddie is 6th in school history in shutouts. 5th in history in shutouts. 9th in wins. 8th in innings pitched. This appearance moves her into 8th place in school history with Donna Manafo all time. She's 6th in games started, 4th in complete games, 6th in strikeouts. And the right-hander is 1-0 with a 1.80 ERA over her last 4 appearances.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 33, Chloe Turner.
As Chloe Turner comes up, had her first collegiate home run, her last at bat. And that's where Maddie's best, when she can hit that spot. I say it every time, but because it's true. And it's my job to tell you these things. But Maddie owns that inside half of the plate. If we played with Woods, she'd break a lot of bats. That one's popped up. Wise has it, and the side is retired, and that is the ball game.
Ladies and gentlemen, your final score is...
Maddie Wise with her first career save.
Thank you for coming.
Rachel Hester gets her 5th win of the season.
Home game for the Saints is on Tuesday, March 23rd.
Caitlin Toole takes the loss. Matty Wise gets the save. So
Then watch us online at PBC Sports.
Toole falls to 4-5 on the season. Hester goes to 5-4.
Live on any mobile device.
6 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the visiting Sand Sharks. 8 runs, 10 hits, 3 errors for the Saints. Saints are now 12-15 on the season, 7-5 in Peach Play. They'll host Rollins on Tuesday, and the number 1 team in America comes here this weekend as the North Georgia Nighthawks will be in town. Sand Sharks fall to 8-21, 0-11 on the road, and 1-11 in conference play. One more time from Flagler Field, this is Mike Licio, your final. Flagler 8. USC Beaufort 6. This has been a presentation of the Peach Belt Sports Network. I'll see you Tuesday. Have a great day.